Mini episode 846 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Welcome to FDH Lounge, mini episode number 846. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our spoiler-free review of House of Cards Season 5. We plan to have a review with spoilers subsequently. Here are the top 5 developments of the 5th season. Number 5, the election drama unsurprisingly lingers on and on and on. It seemed a bit odd to us that the show left off so close to the election at the end of Season 4. That didn't seem to leave much room in Season 5 for milking the drama associated with what could have been Frank's only national campaign. Well, we should have known better. First of all, the show got in a few action-packed episodes prior to Election Day, and then, without giving too much away, we didn't have resolution and the final counting of all of the votes for some period of time. From presidential assassinations to scandals of all sorts, House of Cards has mined American political history, and especially the past 5 or 6 decades, for material to be recycled in the Underwood era. The climax to the election cycle actually breaks new ground, not merely reusing material from the interminable election of 2000, but incorporating the dominant terror theme from the start of the season as a means of prolonging the drama. The congressional deal-making that led to the final counting of votes is almost assuredly unrealistic, but this show has always had a lot of escapist fantasy to it, and that element continues to build in Season 5. Number 4, Claire embraces her inner Frank. As Claire ascends up the ladder, she perceives a choice of acting as ruthless as her husband or shrinking from the task and risking falling short. Time and time again, we see a Claire Underwood who is as willing to do whatever it takes as Frank, even to his potential detriment late in the season. One of the season's most shocking and darkly hilarious scenes comes when she confronts a friend, a nice man who has underestimated her bloodthirstiness and made the comment, in a positive way he thought, about how she's not like Frank. She erupts by calling him a fool who never ever shuts up about his dumb dead wife. Between this incident and the way that she ultimately disposes of her most intimate non-Frank relationship ever, we see that she's just as dangerous as Frank, if not more so. Number 3, seemingly out of nowhere, we get a character very much like the Underwoods in terms of ruthlessness and connections. In the middle of the season, the always welcome Patricia Clarkson materializes as Jane Davis, Deputy Undersecretary of Commerce for International Trade. That's a seemingly innocuous title, but we quickly learn about how wired into the deep state this formidable operative really is. She's the equal of either Frank or Claire in terms of succeeding in the Washington jungle, and while she's on their side at this time, or at least on the side of one of them, no spoilers, it's easy to see how instrumental that she could be in the downfall of one or both of them eventually. Number 2, the body count around the Underwoods continues to mount. It's only a spoiler if we reveal specific names, which we won't, but some significant people that you see at the beginning of the season, and even well into the season, don't make it to the end of it. There's even a murder, or attempted murder, the medical prognosis is still up in the air at the end of the season, that would perhaps replace the Aaron Burr-Alexander Hamilton duel as the most significant politician-on-politician homicide in American history. Nobody's tenure with the Underwoods seems to end well. If you're simply sent off with a pink slip, count your lucky stars. Number 1, in terms of the arc of the series, Frank makes an irreversible decision that is revealed late in the season that changes everything. The progression of the series has mirrored the BBC original, with Frank rising from House Whip to VP to President. Late in Season 5, after the final resolution of the presidential election, Frank decides on a course of action that seems incomprehensible on first viewing, and even after some reflection seems kind of dubious. But he is locked in on a course of action that he sees as the ultimate pursuit of power in America. Just one complication, though. He can't pull it off without Claire's help, and for the first time ever, their interests clearly diverge. This dynamic, with fast building tension at the end of Season 5, will clearly serve as the overarching final arc of the series, and in the aftermath of a campaign that was arguably the most exciting one yet, Season 6 can't get here soon enough. Thanks for checking out this mini-episode of the FDH Lounge.
As we bring the show to a close, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, all Clear Channel affiliates, TNT, TBS, USA, UPN, Deadspin.com, YouTube.com, YTMND.com, MySpace.com, various blogs, Fox News, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, IamBoard.com, Billboard.com, Google.com, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Classic, NBA TV, NFL Network, Sports Time Ohio, Athlon Magazine, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, The Boomerang Channel, QVC, BET, The Spice Channel, Steno Notebooks, Manwich, Papermate Office Supplies, waitresses, strippers, bartenders, garbage men, janitors, microwave popcorn, the writers of The Office, Scrubs, Entourage, My Name is Earl, Oz, Metalocalypse and the Boondocks, Aquafina, and the Periodic Table of Elements.